Good evening, fellow Tcash merchants, and welcome to our training session today under the Tcash Soko program. So in the course of the week, we have had quite a number of sessions that we have done, starting with Fix Your Shop that we did on Monday, followed by Make Your First Sale, Get Paid, Wallet Balances, and KYC. Recently on Wednesday, that is yesterday, we had a very good discussion on how both product vendors and service vendors can get the most out of Soko. These sessions are already posted on YouTube, and you can get to watch them to learn and, of course, unpack with us the advantages that are there of the Tcash Soko app, not just for you as a merchant, but also for your customers. So welcome to the session today. The session today is on promote your shop and get customers. Of course, sisi kama wafanya biashara, we know that the people who bring money into our businesses ni customers wetu. So how ndio wanakuja to our businesses, either looking for services or for products that we sell. And in exchange of the service, ama in exchange of the products, then they bring us money. So it means therefore that the more you get to increase the number of customers you have, yani nikiongeza customers wenye na serve in a day, then naongeza the amount of money that I also get as a business person. Because why are we in business? We're in business because sisi wote tunataka kutengeneza pesa. So let us get to learn together, journey together, and of course understand how we can be able to promote our Tcash Soko shops. Yani ile duka yenye nishatengeneza kwa Tcash naweza ipromote aje, na nikipromote customers watakuwa wanaiona aje. So that is what I want us to journey through, and let us get started. So of course, on my screen, I'm sharing my app. I'm on the business side. Kwa hii business side, there are a number of features zenye was in a show up. Of course, we have had a discussion about them. The first feature is the Tcash balance. You can refresh that ukiona haikupei the real balance. So it was 0, now it has changed to 75 because that is the real balance that I have. I have 11 Rotary tickets. So these are tickets zenye napata out of the sales that I make using the platform. The more the tickets you have, the higher amount of chances that you stand to win a prize at the end of the month. So remember, for these first few months, because sisi ndio the first time people wa kutumia hii platform, you and me, we are the first time people to use this platform. So for the first 6 months, the app is running a Rotary. Na hii Rotary kushinda lazima ukue una make transaction mingi kutumia the app. So the more the number of transaction you make, the more the Rotary tickets that you get. Today's performance has not been good for this shop. It has 0 sales, 0 transactions, of course 0 orders. Na ukiangalia upcoming bookings pia ziko 0. So for me to ensure that I increase the number of sales that I make, I increase the number of transactions that I make, I have bookings, this guy is 0, then I need to promote this shop. So of course, there is a way in which you can be able to promote the shop. You can be able to promote the shop by first of all getting the link of the shop. Yani nipate link ya shop yangu yenye nisha create online. Now na hii shop, hii link ya shop naitoa wapi? Nitaitoa kwa browser. So let us journey together. Twende kwa browser. Then we see how do we get the link of the shop. So the link of the shop hautaipata kwa app, utaipata kwa browser. Kwa browser ni penye tu you just do googling. Pahali una Google. When you want to know something on social media, what tunaenda kwa Google, you just search. So that is where utapata hiyo information about your app. Utapata hiyo link about link for your shop. So let us go to my browser. So I like using the phone browser. So in ndio huwa natumia anytime I want to Google. So here is my browser. So I'm sharing now my browser. So hapa kwa browser search nini? Search Tcash Soko. So utaandika tu Tcash Soko. Ukiandika hivyo then una press the search. So ina search, inakutafutia any information about Tcash Soko that is there online. The first thing ni the AI overview ndio itakuwa inaapia hapo. Remember, we are living in interesting time. The time we are living in is a time of artificial intelligence. Of course, the artificial intelligence iko hapo mpaka kwa browser. So you can see that the AI has an overview of the app. That is not where you come to. Hiyo unaachana tu nayo, unatelemka tu. The second option yenye unaona hapo is the Tcash Soko.app. Hapo ndio unakuja, because that is where now information about your shop is stored. So nitakuja hapo kwa Tcash Soko by Telkom Kenya, one powerful app for merchants. So hapo ndio nitaguza. Nikiguza hapo, then it brings me to now this screen that has a lot of information about the app. So of course you can also be able to read. Unaweza soma, if you have time, uweze kujua what are the advantages of using the Tcash Soko, and of course get to learn more about what Tcash Soko is all about on this website. So there's a lot of information. If you go reading through, there's a lot. However, because our intention is to get the link, we'll not go through the details zenye ziko hapa. So I just want us to go at the very top on my right hand side. Unaona there are some 3 lines zenye ziko hapo. There are some 3 lines hapo juu on my right hand side. Those are the lines zenye nitaguza. Nikiguza hizo lines, then zinanitolea this screen. On the screen kuna the word merchant, kuna the word personal, kuna the word affiliate, kuna the word support, and then pricing, and then hapo chini kabisa there is the shop and book on Soko. Hapo ndio nakuja shop and book on Soko. So hapo ndo nitaguza. Nikiguza hii option ya shop and book on Soko, then inanileta to this screen. So on this screen I have the find and book services. So hapa I have the option of searching for service providers by either name, location, or what they do. And of course hapa chini you will see wananiletea option of the popular categories zenye ziko hapo. So ukiangalia the popular categories zenye watu wamekuwa kisearch ni barber and salon, bodaboda services, construction fundi, education, carpenter and domestic support. So of course hao ndio watu imekuwa iki search sana. Of course na hapo chini it shows you some featured service providers. So our service providers ni wale wenye wamekuwa kioffer hizo services consistently using the app. Of course you can see there is a bodaboda, there is the Mangi CW, the Bernard Madhu. So of course that is how it gets to show you. So hapa utasearch jina ya shop yako. You're the person who did set your shop. So therefore your shop has a name. Hiyo jina ya shop yako ndio utasearch hapa. So I will search the Aura Nails. So I can just search by simply typing one name or search by location. So to search too by typing the name of the shop, Aura Nails. And then you press the search option. Of course, itaanza kusearch na inaanza kuangalia the service providers wenye wako under that name. Of course, because I have a shop that is called the Aura Nails, it shows up here. You can see that the Aura Nail services is showing up here. So these are shops that we have been fixing in the course of the week. So we fixed the shop, we did update the name and so on. These sessions, as I said earlier, ziko hapo YouTube. So I'll come to book now. Ukishaona shop yako, you have to search, like write the name of your shop na una search. Ukisearch, shop yako itaapia. Once it appears, you go to book now. Ukiguza book now, that is when now you will have exact link to your shop. But you must first of all do a confirmation whether this is exactly your shop, because of course unaweza pata there are sometimes some shops share names, but they are on different geographical locations. Unaweza pata kuna mtu ame set up a shop similar to yours. So if you must make sure that you confirm maybe the finer details. So nikijaribu to scroll down here, unaona the Aura Nails iko wapi. So this is one information that can make me know whether niko kwa the correct shop, the location. So nikiangalia, this is on Riverside Road, Ongata Rongai, Kenya. That is where I did set my shop to be. So of course, kwa map, I can also be able to see where it is on the map. The services I offer. So unaweza angalia the services and the costings, because of course, you know, the services you offer and the costings that you give to your customers. Hiyo information important kuangalia before you start sharing the link. Usipate you're promoting another person's shop thinking that you're promoting your own shop. So nikiangalia hapa, I'll see that there is the gel removal for 199, gel manicure for 200, nail art for 299, and so on. So nikiangalia this information now, it looks so familiar, and this is the information now yenye mimi nahitaji as the business owner to market, or this is my business. I can be able to know that this is my business. Then how do you get to have the link to your shop? To get the link to your shop, sasa uta scroll chini, like you scroll upwards. Niki scroll hivyo, then kuna hii option ya kusearch huwa inaapia hapo juu. Hii yenye imeandika bookservices.billplay.com. Hapo ndo nitaguza. Nikiguza hapo, it highlights the link. I want you to see what has happened. I just want to repeat again. Let me just repeat again. So what is there is, hapo juu kabisa, kuna ile option yenye unaweza search. Hii option ya search hapo juu. Imejiandika bookservices.billplay.com. That is the one nitaguza. Nikiguza hivyo, it highlights itself. Like yote inaapia now to be highlighted in blue. Then I've already now picked the link. How do I copy it? To copy, still hapo juu, on your right hand side, there is the X. The X means you want to cancel everything that is highlighted. And then there is a box there that appears to have another box hapo nyuma yake. That is the box that you touch. Your box ndio inakuanga ya kucopy. So once I touch that box, then I've copied the link to my clipboard. So this link now can be pasted anywhere, and I will be able to promote my shop by sharing that link. So how then do I share that link? I'll go to my social media platforms zenye niko nazo. One of the social media platforms zenye kila mtu ako nayo ni say WhatsApp. Everybody has WhatsApp, and that is one powerful tool that you can use to start marketing your biashara. Why? Because you have people there who know you, but many people you have on your contact list actually don't know what you do. So it is therefore very important to ensure that you share with them what you do, and they get to understand which kind of business you do. Because once they understand the kind of business you do, they will be able to promote you, or they will be able to become your customers. It is important that we make sure that we are changing the customers or the people we have as our network to customers. So I want to share that link on WhatsApp with a friend of mine. So who maybe I want to show what I do. So nitakuja, once I open this screen, of course, it shows me the kind of messages I have on WhatsApp, but I just want to search for a friend of mine called Sam. This is the person I want to share the link with. So Sam, yes, here he is. So nikikuja kwa hii nini ya Sam, then when I want to just of course paste, nitakuja hapo kwa kutype, and then the link is appearing already here. Or rather, kama kwa simu yako haitaapia hapo, you just press, kama unaandika message, you wrong press there. Una press kabisa until you get the option of paste. Then I can press the paste. Then once I press the paste, the next option is to just send. Now I'll have shared the information about Tcash Soko with Sam. So that is how easy it can be. You can share to as many people as possible. For example, I can also get to share this link with another friend of mine. who is called Geshana. So I can also be able to share this link with him and just paste. So that is how you just get to, share that link with as many people as possible. Una share hivo. Once you share, these people now get to see or have the link to your shop. Wakipata the link to your shop, they can use the link to your shop to access your shop online. Now, waki access your shop online, then they can be able to book for services from your shop now. So how do they do it? Of course, atakuwa naguza hii link. Akiguza hii link, once they touch the link, it automatically opens your shop. Inampeleka direct to shop yako. So akiguza tu hiyo link inamleta kwa Yaura Nail Services. So this is the shop that I was promoting. Akikuja kwa hii shop, ataweza kuona one, the business logo, which now makes my business appear so professional. Appear very professional to the extent that they don't even have a doubt in their mind that this is a professional kind of business. Then the name of the business, the location of the business, which is very, very important. And of course, the opening, the days when the shop is open. Of course, you can see Monday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Tuesday, 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. And of course, wanaweza jua, when am I open? On which times am I open? Remember, we did set this information, and the service vendors get the most out of Soko. So you can be able to fix this information, because fixing this information is important. Sababu huyu customer mwenye utashare link ya shop yako naye ataweza kuona the times when you open. If they cannot be able to access or know when your shop will be open, watakuwa confused as to when they need to come. And sometimes anaweza ona maybe you didn't fix that, so anaweza ona uko available maybe on Monday from 7 to maybe atake kuja saa 3 ya usiku, but you see wewe unafunga 7 p.m. so that means akikuja ata feel disappointed because atapata the service is not there. Of course, they get to see the location on the map. So, and of course, ukiangalia hapo kwa hii location, the map itself, kuna direction bit. So the direction bit ndio atakuwa naguza direct from where they are to where the shop is. So it is very important that we also keen with the location, and we ensure that the kind of location that we have set is the correct location, because unaweza poteza customer, like anaweza kuwa ameguza direction then inampeleka to a different place altogether kwenye shop yako haiko. Of course, this customer will be disappointed. He will give you a negative review and a negative rating online. So let us ensure that the location we are setting here, we are so cautious with it, ndio ikuwe the correct location. Of course, after that, I'm able to see the kind of services zenye, ataweza kuona the kind of services zenye biashara yangu ina offer, the gel removal, the gel manicure, the nail art, and so on. Anaweza ona hizo vitu. Akiona hizi vitu, the important bit ni ati, hapa chini kabisa, there is the book an appointment. That is the most important thing. Hapo chini, there is the book an appointment. So this person can be able to book for an appointment online, without having the Tcash Soko app. They can be able to book for an appointment with you through the link that you shared. So at a book appointment, ukiangalia, the first thing they need to do is to select the service they want. Of course, by the time they are getting to this part of booking an appointment, they have read through the kind of services that you offer. So ameangalia akaona maybe they need the gel removal, just that. So they'll come and choose the service. Akikuja hapa kwa services, choose a service, akitap on that box, then the services that you offer will appear here. So they will pick the service that they want from there, of course, gel removal, then select an employee. Why is there this option of select an employee? You might be having more than one employee in your shop. Now, of course, customers wanakuwa na preference, especially kwa services kama nails, services kama hairdressing. Somebody has a person who they would want to do the service
for them. So therefore, hapa kwa kuselect an employee, it's very important because it's very important that we also make sure that our employees are enrolled in the Tcash Soko app, and we give them access to our shops. Of course, we have a session on that coming up. So the importance of this ni nini? The fact that customer atakuwa anaweza kubook for that specific employee. So nikikuja hapa choose an employee, hii shop iko na employee tu moja, who is myself. So therefore they'll have to just choose me. Then they select the date, atakuja achague date. Remember hizi date, it depends with whether your shop is open or not open on those specific days. So akiselect date, tuseme ana select a date like date 6, which is on Monday, or Sunday the 5th, or Sunday the 5th. Then anaweza ona the time when I'm available. So ataona shop inafungua 8 na inafunga 8 p.m., 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. So naweza angalia aone I'll be available maybe at 16:30. So that is saa 10:30. And of course proceed to pay and book appointment. So akiuza pay and book appointment, they can decide to pay now or pay on site. But most of the customers will be paying on site. But however, that doesn't mean you will not have customers wenye watakuwa nalipa when they are doing the booking. So you can choose pay on site. Aki choose pay on site, then he's required to enter the phone number. The importance of the phone number in this case, Niati, you can be able as the business person to contact this person, ujue over the details of that booking, whether he is coming or still on the way, and so on. So I'll just enter a phone number 772-113-640, and then of course create a booking. So you can see that my booking is confirmed. My appointment has been scheduled successfully. And of course, I got here the appointment details, the gel removal, the Aula nails services, the dates and the time and the duration are all indicated there. So huyu customer atakuwa anapata date yenye amebook, time yenye anafaa kuja na duration. So atakuwa anajua this service takes 60 minutes. So nikifika hapo saa 10:30, I'm supposed to be exiting at around 17:30. So because the service takes 1 hour, and the location, and of course they can be able to view on map and of course get to come to our shop. There is also some important information yenye customer atakuwa anapewa. Please arrive 10 minutes before your appointment time. So, and of course, if they need to cancel or reschedule, to do it 24 hours in advance to avoid any cancellation fees. Of course, that is information that they get based on the appointment that they have made. Why arrive 10 minutes before time? So that by the time huyu customer anafikiwa kwa queue yake, or when they had scheduled, then anaweza kuwa ako hapo and they get the services timely, so that we don't get to waste your time as the business person. At the same time, we don't get to waste their time. And that is how customers will be booking once you have advertised with them. Something interesting has happened now. I've already received a notification. So hapa juu kabisa, if I just swipe down, you can see that we have a new booking that has been received. And of course, it tells me that a customer with phone number 0772-113-640 has booked gel removal on 5th of April 2026 at 16:30. So of course, I can be able to view this information in the app by just tapping that notification. So customer akibook, wewe kama mwenye shop utakuwa unapata a notification. Utakuwa unapata a notification. Now of course, nikiguza hiyo notification, then you can see that I get to see the booking details. I get to see the booking details that this customer whose phone number is appearing there has booked for gel removal on this day at this time. And the status of this is that it is unpaid. So that means that this customer will pay on site. Hapo chini kabisa, I have the option of customer info, which is the phone number. I have the option of close and I have the option of contacting customer. Nikitaka contact customer, I can text or I can just call them. And that is how easy it will be for them to book and for you to receive a notification that a booking has been made. Mbona upate notification that a booking has been made, so that now you're able to plan yourself. Na unajua that at this point, I'll be expecting this customer to come to my shop. So that is how customers will be booking and how you'll be getting to have this, of course, booking details. And this is how the booking will be appearing on your provider dashboard. Of course, you can see under all bookings, there is one booking which is unpaid. And of course, the upcoming and complete being 1 and 0. Hapa, huyu customer akikuja, I don't have to then go to sell. I'll just come to the bookings and then press on get paid hapa. Niki press on get paid, then the options of getting paid zitakuwa zinaapia hapo, and I'll be able to receive my money either by accepting the payment on through the Soko QR code, the cash payment, or the external wallet. And that is how easy it will be for your customers to book for services from you. So something that I would need to share in the course of this session, it is that it is very important for us to ensure that we don't just advertise to one person. It is important that we advertise to as many people as possible. Possibly, maybe using some of the social media profiles where now we are very famous, or which we use and which we know that there is a lot of traffic. For example, I use the X platform, which is the former Twitter platform, on a regular basis. I can also advertise my shop here. So how will I advertise my shop here? Nitakuja niguze hiyo app ya X, ikifunguka hivi, then inakonga ni hapa kwa plus. That is where now you get to post something. So I don't want to go live, I don't want to do spaces, I don't want to do photos, but I just want to post. Nikiguza hiyo option ya kupost, of course, this screen just want to know why. This screen now shows up penye inanipea an option of typing what I would want. Then I just wrong press there and paste, because already I'd copied the link to my shop. So nikipaste hiyo link inaapia hapo, then I post. That is shared now on a social media profile where there are so many people. And of course, you can see hapo juu kabisa that bookservices.billplay.com/provider has already been shared. Huyu customer mwenye ataiona kwa X ata press on that link, na akipress hiyo link itampeleka direct again to my shop. Naona it loads and then takes that person direct to my shop, the Aura Nails. You can share this link on Facebook. You can share the link on Instagram. You can share the link on TikTok. You can share the link on X. You can share the link on all your social media platforms. If you're in Snapchat, share it there. Why? Because once you share this link and the customers now get direct access to your shop, and that is how you're able to make more money, because customers will be, of course, booking for services from your shop. And when they book for services from your shop, they get to come to your shop and get those services. So you end up now making more money by increasing the customer volumes that you're serving. So that is how you can be able to promote your shop and, of course, get customers. And of course, we went ahead and were able to look at how a customer would be able to make a booking. And when they make a booking, how it will be appearing on your side as the business owner. So this brings us to the end of our session today. And promote your shop and get customers. It is my hope that you have learned how to promote your shop. This is where now this becomes interesting. The more vigorous you are in advertisement, the more you stand chances of getting many new customers. I know most of us watch TVs, and on TV, people pay to advertise. That is one thing I would want to mention. People pay to advertise on TV. And why do they advertise on TV? They advertise on TV, and these advertisements was inakuja every 30 minutes, so that people get to know that there is this product. For example, there's a time Colgate was advertising. So you just ask yourself, why are Colgate now advertising? They're advertising because they want to reach even, bigger customer numbers. This platform is allowing us to advertise for free through our social media networks. Isn't that amazing? Let us exploit and explore the goodness of the Tcash Soko platform. Thank you and have a great evening. In case you have any question on how you can promote your shop and get the customers that we're talking about, kindly feel free to get to me via the comment section. I'll be more than willing to help you. Thank you and have a great evening.